guys, what's up? Retro Shinobi here, coming at you another video, and in this video I want to show off a couple of things. So first of all, I got a Facebook Marketplace deal, and second of all, I got an insane pre-owned game for the PS4 that I was actually really surprised to find at GameStop. So we're gonna get into the Facebook Marketplace deal first. So when I went home for the weekend, well, I should say right before I went home for the weekend, there was this guy who listed some stuff on Facebook Marketplace that was kind of out of the way, about an hour and a half out of the way on my trip. So I was like, okay, maybe I will go on the way back. Or, you know, my dad messaged this guy and was like, hey, like, would you take this money amount for it? I believe that the number that we settled on was $260, or no, maybe no, it was $280 because I took out 300. Anyways, it was like $280, and it's actually a very awesome thing. So I picked it up on my way back to Iowa, which is where I am now again, as you can see, and that is a NeoGeo Pocket Color. Now this one's gray, and as you can see, the screen is in pretty good shape, got a couple of scratches, but nothing major. I would say that the biggest damage to this console is on the watch battery pack. Looks like, you know, it really scraped it up trying to get in there. I do have watch batteries, I haven't put them in yet, but if I hold the power button, you can see functions perfectly. The sound is good. And then, you know, it says that the sub battery is dead, which it is. So that came with some games, of course, because it's $280. And those games are, let me show the cartridge ones first. We've got Dark Arms for the NeoGeo Pocket Color. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure. And that Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure does come with the manual. And he gave me the console and the cartridge games in this Game Boy you know, case holder. So I'm definitely going to hold on to this. And then, you know, eventually if I get a Game Boy and decide to sell it, you know, this is perfect to add, you know, probably like $5 to $10 worth of value if I'm doing like a lot or something like that. And then there are 3 games that that came with it that are complete. The first of which is the Match of the Millennium for the NeoGeo Pocket Color. As you can see, it's a little bit bubbly towards the front, but that's to be expected when it's holding that manual. So as you can see, manual game. All these boxes are in, you know, very good shape. There's obviously some wear and tear. They're not like perfect out of the package. It's obvious that the guy used it, you know, it was his like console that he played with. Next we've got Biomotor Unitron. So this is a fantasy RPG, apparently. I'm reading on the back here. It looks kind of Pokemon-esque. If there's any hardcore Neo Geo fans in the comments, you can let me know if I'm wrong. So, manual game with the case. Nice to see that. Again, the box for this one is in very good shape considering its age. Again, very good shape. And then the final game that is in the box is Metal Slug First Mission. I love the Metal Slug games. Usually for NeoGeo, they're considerably expensive. Like I said earlier, this is my dad's deal. It's not mine. So while I am showing it off, this is not going into the collection and it is not counting towards the 10K challenge. But I think it's pretty cool. And, you know, until the next time I go to Illinois, this is going to be in my possession. So I'm definitely going to get some fun out of playing it before I bring it back to Illinois for my dad. So awesome lot for the price. Very good deal. It's something that you never see. And I think that's apparent in how much it's worth. I'm going to put sold comps of everything as they get shown. Obviously, you know that. But the total value is, and for the price, it's a great deal. Excuse me. For the price, it's a great deal. And like I said, it's just something you don't see. And the guy had lowered the price. It had been up for over a month. The guy lowered the price. And I just think that not a lot of people know about it, right? So like you're on Facebook Marketplace is the kind of thing that people, I guess in this area at least, don't really know a lot about. So, you know. Then there was one game that I got that I was actually really excited about that I'm adding to the collection. And I did a little bit of research on this game to see why it's going for so much money. I didn't really get a good answer as to the value other than it was the last one that they made physical before they started moving to digital. But from what people said about the game is that it's something that I actually might be interested in playing. And that is the Hunter Call of the Wild 2019 edition. Now, I did pay the sticker price of $18.99 for the pro member price. This was after the 4 for $40 deal was up. Otherwise, you know, I could have gotten it for $10. So it's a shame that I didn't know about the sale earlier, or that I didn't stop by my GameStop here in Iowa before, you know, before I went to Illinois for the weekend, because I could have gotten it for $10. And I'm going to pop up the sold comp. This goes easily, you know, $70 to $80. And I was really confused. I'm like, it's a hunting game. I'd heard about it before, so I knew that it was worth money, but I just didn't understand why. And one of the things that people say a lot, and this kind of audio is going to go over the gameplay, is that this is a very realistic hunting game. It's not like your Cabela's where you're standing and shooting kind of in an arcade style. It's more, you know, it's more realistic. That's what I heard. It seems like it's the kind of game that I actually would be fairly interested in playing. Now, I want to show that, you know, this case isn't in perfect condition, and the game itself isn't in perfect condition either. I'm going to take out this right here, the insert, and show you guys right here at the bottom. There's a little bit of damage on the insert, and then towards the front here, there is also, probably see it better through the back maybe. There's a little indentation where it is perforated. So it wasn't kept in perfect condition, but it is definitely a game to be on the lookout for. I mean, I had never heard about it before. And, you know, until I watched a video on like the most expensive PS4 games you want to get before they become super expensive. And this is just one of those. So I'm definitely, you know, obviously there's also a little bit of case damage. This right here isn't actually the label damage, it's case damage, which kind of spans across the bunch of this part. It also has a little bit of marker right there. But, you know, this is, I'm going to change the case out, but this is an awesome game that I'm very excited to add to the collection. Definitely, as far as I've seen, one of the most expensive PS4 games that isn't a limited edition or collectors or, you know, like limited run kind of deal. Like this is something that was just sold, and it's considerably expensive for what it is. So I just thought that was really cool. So, you know, a little bit of a lighter pickups for this week. Not really too much on Facebook Marketplace. I've been looking every single day, every single night, checking my searches, you know, Nintendo, PlayStation, kind of looking around through that, Sega, Dreamcast. I'm really on the hunt for a Dreamcast, but I just can't seem to find one that pops up in my local area. But one day, you know, I will have one. But we're going to go into the collection recap, and then we're going to end this episode out. So I just want to say this is a little bit of a shorter video, but I want to say thank you to everybody who has watched all the way through. It really means a lot to me. If you could leave a comment, you know, just, you know, maybe not even, since there wasn't that many pickups, not even what the favorite game was. Just leave me a comment saying what the favorite game that you've played in the past, in 2023 was. You know, that would be nice to hear. So we're going to get into the recap, and then we're going to end this episode out. So thanks, guys. All right, guys, so this is the total rundown of the collection. Currently, we're dealing with $6,520 with 130 entries. So as you can see here, the Hunter Call of the Wild 2019 edition for the PS4 CIB is looking like $80. And as you can see, for the CIB price, it has recently kind of experienced a bit of a downturn. It looks like it was selling for about $100 previously, but you know, if you look back in time, there was a time that it was selling for about, you know, $15 to $20, and now it's trending more around this $80 mark. So it's definitely something to keep your eyes out for. There's another The Hunter Call of the Wild that doesn't say 2019 edition that also trends around that price. I might be able to look that up within the encyclopedia. If I look up The Hunter, or maybe I have to use spaces, even though they don't use them in their markup. Oh, it's because I have it set by NES. So that's one thing. When you're searching through certain filters, it can change what you're looking for. Yeah, so here we have the Hunter Call of the Wild, the non-2019 version. CIB is still trending about $50. It's a little weird that loose is 50 and CIB is 51. I might have to look at the price charting there just so I can kind of see what it's looking like on CIB sales. Yeah, so you can see a lot of this is kind of all over the place. Gaming case 46, 60, 50. So definitely the 2019 version is worth more, but if you see this in the wild for like 10 to 20 bucks, it's definitely worth picking up. I also wanted to talk very briefly about how these games that I got that were during the sale have gone down in price, obviously. Some of these games are worth a little bit more than others, but like Undernauts has gone down a fair bit. You can see that steep drop off with the yellow. It was trending around 29, and now it's looking more like 20. So it's definitely something to consider when you're doing these sales. Like I said, most of these I paid $10 a piece for, and you're seeing between $10 and $20 a piece now, when before they were worth a little bit more than that. So it's definitely something to keep in mind when you're purchasing games on these kind of sales that are kind of, you know, countrywide. It ends up lowering the value just a little bit. But anyways, again, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched all the way through, this is Retro Shinobi signing out.